Hello there and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 2.3.6-ish playthrough as the Empire. In the last episodes, we have resecured a lot of the northern territories here, as well as the mid-rim, taking a lot of planets away from the New Republic. We're getting a little bit from the Greater Maldrude. We're probably going to be able to end them pretty soon. I'm going to re-queue up some infantry here that we can use to auto-resolve against some of these northern planets up here. Because we've already taken some of them. Some of them are using maps that I tried to switch out, which cause crashing issues sometimes. And there shouldn't be that much on them. So as soon as those are done, we'll move them over and we'll auto-resolve the CSA planets back into our fold. But we do have some troops coming into Kashyyyk. And we'll open up with the Empire's attack on the Wookiees. Or I guess the New Republic's attack on the ATSTs over Commonor. It doesn't really roll off the tongue as well. Alright, what are you actually sending here? Nothing that I have to worry about. We have 2 HV guns here. And that's kind of sad.
Look, sir, it's them.
I keep getting the MC90 icon confused with the Home 1. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, then. Only most of them missed. But yeah, I keep getting the MC90 icon mixed up with the Home 1 type. Still got to get used to them. When I see them together, then I know what they are. But apart right now, I still am not used to which is which.
Attack formation. Go after the stragglers. I'm losing.
There we go.
Reporting in.
I got it.
We're at a point where we're almost even in combat power.
Engaging the enemy.
We are victorious.
Yeah, I just got cocky there.
Aborted.
Construction complete.
Cruiser reporting.
So let's see. So we are going to do the Imperial attack on the Wookiees, which may or may not side with us. I forget, because the map would have been set for FOTR at some. Oh crap! Is it this one? Okay, no, we're fine.
Right away.
We're fine, and it's all aligned properly. Epic.
Sensor node constructing. Construction complete. Spreading out.
Wookiees are so strong.
Move out.
They're big and buff and doesn't afraid of anything. Alright, I might need Navet and Tierce for this. I really should be using Tierce's bonuses in space as well. Because he does have a Star Destroyer.
Open fire. Attack that target. Attacking target. Moving to that area, sir. Awaiting orders. Fire at will. Attacking.
I don't know if we'll be able to kill all these.
Heading out.
Nope.
Copy. Targeting.
Yeah, screw it. Let's give up this one. We'll have to go up the river.
We've secured a landing zone.
Moving to coordinates.
Reinforcements en route.
Alright.
Sir. Destination set. Form up.
Moving out.
Right away.
Awaiting your orders.
Let's walk down with them.
Ready to receive orders.
We'll get ready to set the SPMAT up. We kind of just need the ATs to clear the way for
Right away.
I copy.
the artillery. All right.
Roger that.
That's not good. Here, IDTs can handle that.
Copy. This way. Targeting.
Armed and ready.
Well, that was a waste.
All right, men. Take cover.
I copy.
All right, into the base, ATs.
Armed and ready.
And I think if you are up here, or I'm going to put the SPMAT right on the ledge there, or SPMAG,
Awaiting orders. Changing course.
because it has a grenade launcher as opposed to a turbo laser.
Copy. I copy.
Attack. Fire. Yes, sir.
And I think they only have 4 or 5 structures here.
Artillery online. Heading out.
Reporting. Right away.
This is the one we really want.
Open fire.
Heading.
I copy.
All right, I'm just going to deploy you there.
Weapons activated. Yes, Commander.
All right, up here, you can get that one.
Yes, sir.
I think you can still hit there.
Yes, Commander.
We do have a bombing run.
Ready for your orders, sir.
Affirmative, sir. Acknowledge.
The target
All
standing
right.
by.
Oh, it's just a mine. A mine.
Copy. Commencing
There. Take the bombing run, Wookiees. Or Wookiees. I don't feel good about what I just did.
Target lock. Time order. Copy.
Attack that target.
Let's move out.
Planetary control achieved.
All right. Then it's time. Technically, we'd want to go for Commodore,
To set.
but we know there's stuff blocked in there. The Republic has conquered the Maw. Alright, they're still building a lot of that.
AT-AT ready.
What are the stats on these guys? Greater Mildrude has 22% of the galactic military strength.
Departure set.
Huh.
Mauler ready.
Engines to full. Moving. Reporting.
They've conquered Scarl, so at least they won't need to go through my planets anymore. And I'm going to appreciate that.
On our way. Construction complete.
So Veganbray and Reaper. Augustus.
Reporting.
Oh, we can actually build Nighthammer. So I could have done that the whole time. I guess I could technically still do that. There's not a huge point in doing it, because it's pre-reworks Executor, but why the hell not?
Production.
Yeah, and I guess we'll go for Roche as well. Because that'll just be space.
Maneuvering. Construction complete.
Alright.
Reporting. Tactical battle imminent.
Well, Han and Chewie. Go kablooey.
Incoming!
Yeah, I probably didn't. Yeah, whatever.
You shall know pain. No one survives. I shall.
Do you want to use it, please?
Run while you can.
I think it's out of range. Alright. Wonder what we're going to get for the raid fleet. As long as it doesn't kill Pellaeon. Well, can you hit, is this in range? There we go, it's in range.
Weapons ready.
Roger that. Let's move out.
I am ready. Weapons ready, sir.
Form up. Let's go. Cruiser reporting.
Well, rip Arrowhead. So you have the raid fleet.
Destroyer.
So Jorrit actually did some stuff that means that when the Yavitha unlock, even though they're not a playable faction and can't be active technically, they will still be able to do some mayhem on the galactic level, which is really cool.
By my will.
It opens some possibilities for some other factions as well. I'm pretty sure. I think it can work with
Copy.
a
This
bunch.
No one commands me.
way. I copy.
Did it? Oh, Hyena's Nest survived. Arrowhead did not. Alright. Here, I'm going to have to turn around Steve.
Form up. What?
Current commander
I
here.
shall crush the rebellion.
Coming around.
I go.
Reporting.
Alright, I might need to give you some more help.
Disturb the target critical.
Nah.
Die squadron standing by.
Here, yes, I'll do it.
Batteries online. Star Destroyer.
Hyena's Nest is not in fact fine.
We have a new enemy.
Awaiting orders.
Is that tied to when I got attacked by the Independence and Shadowhand in beta? I don't think so.
Right
That may have been something else. I don't know that it was ever something that was in beta.
Sir, I've detected.
The lasers are our target.
Roger that.
Yes.
Course.
I am in command. When I am ready.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
The primary target is the ion cannons.
The lasers are our target.
They're coming
Star
in
Destroyer
quick.
reporting in.
More enemy craft. I've got them in my sights.
Alright, well, I guess this VSD is the next one to go.
From those asteroids.
Squadron standing by. Taking fire. What do you want? I'm losing. Engines are malfunctioning.
Okay.
Coming back around for another run.
Yes, Commander. We've got them on scopes.
I really don't need 3 interdictors in this fleet, but I have them, so whatever.
The time has come. Where'd he go? I bring darkness.
Awaiting orders. Over there.
There's a lot you don't need when you have the Eclipse.
Side is strong.
Awaiting your orders.
Sir,
Attack
detected.
commencing. Our target priority is the laser.
Falling out of formation. Reporting. Attacking target.
Awaiting your command.
Draw their fire.
Attack.
Yes, Commander. Weapons online. Getting a lock.
I am ready.
We might actually get a second super laser shot in,
Your command.
so that'll just be the Empress.
Locking on.
Here I thought we'd be coming to Roche for a nice, easy
I'm on them.
cleanup of a rebel fleet,
Target priority
Enemies
is
in
the
range.
but once again foiled by Pathfinder,
Commander.
Yes.
or a lack of Pathfinders.
Fire at will.
Regroup for another attack. They're coming in quick. More enemy craft.
Thanks, Glizzle. Appreciate the sub.
I've got him. Fire. Commander, they're hitting
I'll
us.
take care of this.
Get behind them.
The lasers are our target.
Ready. Where'd he go? Eliminating target.
It's just Steve and Electo having their own little battle over here.
Attacking target.
Nowhere to run.
Getting a lock.
Did by Dawn's asking, question for the next patch, will you add both Providence class to the CSA so the players can have a full CS style fleet? Because the CSA has no SSD, would you put the Subjugator in there as an SSD ship? So no, we don't really want to turn the CSA into just being a CIS clone in Fall of the Republic, in ICW rather. They had some connections in that they bought up some surplus, but they weren't really like just a Clone Wars faction, and we want to avoid creating the perception that they were. With Fall of the Republic being its own mod, we do want to make sure that
He's headed your direction.
like people have a place where they can already use those units in a more appropriate setting. We don't want to just like try to shoehorn them in.
Form up.
So there's not really a reason to give the Providence to the CSA, and there isn't really a justification for giving them the Subjugator either.
Awaiting your command. Getting a
Engaging
lock.
the enemy.
I copy.
Similarly, we've been removing other Clone Wars stuff when there are better options and more period-appropriate options,
Excellent shot.
because we don't just want to be like
Targeting.
have each mod be a slight rearrangement of each other.
On them. Stay in formation.
If something was used by a faction and made sense for a faction to use it, then we give it to them, or if there's like no other options to fill a necessary role. But the CSA's lack of a super ship is one of the things that kind of makes it unique in certain ways right now. Or like Empire of the Hand obviously doesn't have one either, but we're not really looking for one for an excuse to give them one, rather. So yeah, they're probably not going to get any kind of super ship. Let's see. I guess Jindine is where we want to go next.
Invasion commencing.
And we're getting to the point where there's only like a 1 or 2 planet strip for the New Republic, at least,
Reporting.
along the entire galaxy.
Troops. Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, this is the map that Palpatine almost got nuked on.
Order acknowledged.
See if there's a sensor over there.
Sensor node constructing. Yes, Commander. Construction complete.
There's not.
Order, sir. Let's move out. Reporting.
It'd be kind of cool if there was like an infantry-only path up here.
Enemy units. Firing. Let's go. Affirmative. Keep going.
Alright, that's going to be too much.
On my way, sir.
Advancing. Awaiting orders.
Yes, Commander. Destination set.
Ready.
Ready. Proceeding to target.
Bombing run available.
Yeah, I know there's the one up here. I always get this one, but I always hope that there's one there.
Weapons armed.
Get your little anti-infantry crap out of
On
here.
my way, sir.
Yes, sir.
AT-AT ready. Walker moving out.
Roger.
What are you... Okay.
Armor transport ready.
Reporting in.
Reporting in. As you wish.
Hello,
sir.
J-Babs.
Bombardment available. Roger that.
Roger that.
Warm up. Target confirmed. Spread out, man.
Warm up.
Awaiting orders. This way.
Awaiting your orders. Walker moving to attack. Right away. Moving out.
Alright. I should have just brought in... Here. I can just bring in you.
Copy. Targeting at maximum firepower. I copy. Heading up.
Reporting in.
Ready. Reporting. Cannon charge.
I copy. Commence. There they are. Blast them.
Yes, sir.
Side reporting.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, we definitely need a build pad.
Order acknowledged. All right, man.
Kill the
Load your
infantry.
weapons.
What are your orders?
Fine.
Affirmative, sir. Fallout troops.
Providing backup.
There's gonna be another T4 coming.
Let's move out.
Right
Let's
behind
go.
you.
But if we can just get a repair platform, another landing zone, we should be fine.
Repair station constructing. We've secured a landing zone.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, CSA is definitely one of the more difficult factions to play, but that's also kind of by design. Like, they're a very small faction, and with the number of different factions and playstyles that the mod has and will have, we're kind of okay with there being some that are harder, some that are easier. Like, if you get into a battle, then equal pop cap should usually be on a relatively similar footing. That's where most balance is decided around, and with and like no individual ship class should really skew that.
Armor transport
Like
ready.
starting with an SSD, for example, means there's other stuff that you're not getting in your starting forces.
Providing covering fire.
So that's usually not a consideration
Roger that.
as far as faction balance goes.
Warm up.
Like,
Acknowledged.
the way that you beat an SSD isn't with another SSD in the mod. Usually it's better use of smaller ships.
Dropping additional soldiers.
Keep going.
So a faction having or not having an SSD shouldn't really impact their overall balance directly.
Roger.
More the playstyle that's available to that faction.
At your command.
Where like the Empire should definitely be built more around that.
Captured an abandoned sensor
Whereas factions like the Empire of the Hand, the CSA, even the New Republic for most of the game shouldn't really be looking for that same SSD gameplay style.
This way. Over there.
Attacking target. Roll out. Deploying. Reporting. On my way, sir.
Ready for command. Roger that.
Fire at will. Attacking.
Scanning for enemies.
Yes, sir. Open fire. Laying suppressive fire.
Alright. I think it's just the mine left.
Yes, Commander. Attack that
Oh,
target.
they still have a heavy vehicle factory.
Affirmative, sir. Attacking target. Providing fire at will.
I've got them on scopes.
So let's bomb that one.
Attacking.
There they are.
Targeting. Firing. Walker moving out.
And we can manually kill this.
Fire.
Then I think it's just the infantry. You just nuked the corporation. Was it reflex for looking like the Moth Palace? No. I thought about not doing it, but I also thought it was the only non-this or non-Moth Palace and non-mine structure left.
Right away. Roll out.
I believe I made a noise that sounded like eh when I did it, which is basically what that was meant to communicate.
Weapon armed. Heading out.
So I was afraid of losing the sight of it. And it was so far.
System conquered. Building under construction.
Alright. Should we do the KDY subsidiary, or should we... Maybe we should just do KDY. Or not. That's fine too.
Beginning construction.
Reporting.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Invading camp. Don't like that.
All ahead.
Since I just found out they're at 22% of the galaxy's forces. Oh, yep, there it is. A Bellator, 4 Adzes. Yeah, you can stay there for now. I think we're kind of at the point where we have to stop them.
Full speed.
Tactical battle imminent.
Akasi planetary battle. Come on.
Gravity control generator destroyed. Construction complete.
On the way. Right away.
Tactical battle imminent. Gravity control generator destroyed.
Moving out.
Yep. Greater Meldrude needs to die. Oh, KDY already had it. Yeah. Oops. Well, I did say screw you, Maldrude.
Star Cruiser here.
Construction complete.
I might have to set up a few protectorates.
Tactical battle imminent.
I'd say they've served their purpose, but if they had, then I wouldn't be fighting them right now. Instead, what they've done is disappoint me greatly.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Who are you HV gunning? Is it Vermel? Nope, they're just going for Electo.
Captain here.
I I don't want those slime in my sight again. We must accelerate our plan.
This might not be a great fleet for the Eclipse to fight,
Disturbance in the force.
but whoever accused me of having great
IPV
ideas.
reporting. Star Destroyer standing by.
We have a new enemy. Kill them immediately.
Star Destroyer reporting in. Firing.
Yes.
Reporting. Moving out. Reading you.
Alright, you don't want to be a frontliner.
Yes, Commander. Engaging weapons ready.
I am in command.
No, you're not. You're dead.
Locking on.
You're just lucky you have the VO there.
Enemies in range.
Our launch bay is
Them
gone.
now. I'm on them.
What do you want?
Regroup for another attack.
Good.
They're coming in quick.
Awaiting your command.
Target locked.
Alright, you can actually kill Tonfalk, so you do that.
No one.
The Eclipse and James Earl Jones are gonna kill some of these guys. Pellaeon, stay close to the Eclipse.
Falling out of
And
formation.
Steve, over here.
Draw their fire.
There are a lot of little guys. Vermel, you've done exactly what I expected you to.
Our lasers have been destroyed. Awaiting command. Coming around. Heading out.
Have me disregard your well-being.
Launcher has been destroyed.
I'm losing.
Roger that.
Oh, there's more back there. So yeah, Disacclamator. Arrest her, get out of there.
Time has come.
Affirmative. Primary engine system is
Dark
down.
side is strong.
Roger that.
Go after the
Alright,
stragglers.
you're gonna take an HV gunshot, and then hopefully they don't go for Pellaeon after that.
I am ready.
Regroup for another
Because he'll probably die if they do.
By my will.
Sir, I've detected. I've got them in my sights. Coming back around for another run. They're coming
Sir,
in quick.
This might be another battle where we get two super lasers out.
More enemy craft.
Engines. Regroup. Taking fire.
Nowhere to go. Let's
Commander
finish
is
him.
hitting us.
What?
Where'd he go?
Okay. Who are you going for?
Nowhere to run.
Laser cannons disabled.
I got
Lost the ion cannons.
Falling out of formation. Draw
Oh,
their
you're still going
fire.
for that one. I forgot that was alive.
Our target
Attack
priority is the
formation.
laser cannons.
Sir, I've detected.
Okay, now the mess of ion cannons is coming for
Crush the rebellion.
Pellaeon.
Our engines are out.
Regroup for another attack. They're coming in quick.
I copy.
Intercepting. Star cruiser
Here,
standing
back
by.
off.
Eliminating target.
Target locked.
Stay in formation.
You all hunt.
More enemy craft.
Sir,
Okay, they're going away from Pellaeon.
Reporting.
Watch him. He's coming around.
get behind them.
Returning to your position.
I have them now.
Disturbance.
Excellent shot.
Alright, Pellaeon, go back more.
I'll take care of this. Watch your back.
I got one.
Star
Locking
Destroyer
on.
standing by.
Enemies in range.
I just don't know how many they have in reserve. That's kind of the big problem right
Won't be
now.
around much longer.
Coming around.
Alright, get this VST-1. I'm basically fighting the entire Crimson Command right now.
Eliminating target.
Star
Getting a
Destroyer
lock.
Where'd he
reporting
go?
Yes.
Nowhere to run.
Excellent shot. I've got them in my sights.
The big question is going to be, do they go for Pellaeon?
Coming back.
And do they get his engines in the first shot?
Closing on target.
I've got him. Getting
Assuming they don't just get his engines naturally.
intercepting.
I am in command.
They took out enemies incoming.
Yes, Commander. Losing power.
What do you want?
Hypervelocity
Locking on.
Enemy forces.
Yes and no.
Go after the stragglers.
Stay in formation. Target locked.
I fear
And
no
we're
one.
taking him out.
Get behind them.
But am I
Eliminate
arrogant
target.
enough to stay around
Losing
The missile
with him
is
solo? And I am, really.
time has come.
Target locked.
awaiting orders.
I think it'll be fine.
Is strong.
I'm losing control.
Coming
Target
around.
critical.
Excellent shot. I got one.
I am
Got it in
Awaiting
my
your
sights.
orders. Fine.
Back around for another run.
Locking on.
Engaging the enemy.
More enemy craft.
He's about to be destroyed.
Choice but to accept our
Getting a
control.
lock. Enemies in range.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Intercepting. I copy.
No one will
Just need to make sure this whole situation of them hiding there doesn't
He's headed your
Target
direction.
locked.
delay us too much.
This one.
Which I think I can actually send the World Devastator down to deal with now.
Eliminating target.
Narrowing position.
Where'd he go?
Which one are you? You are Steve.
Tightening up.
Stay in formation.
Awaiting your command.
Get behind them. I have
Mm,
Shields almost gone.
Alright.
I've got him.
He does still have engines.
Another run.
Attack. Getting a lock. I
And
copy.
nothing else.
Intercepting.
But he does have engines.
Unable to shake them.
Excellent
Cover me
shot.
now.
destroyed.
Nowhere to run.
Your command, sir. Open fire. Coming
All right.
around. Heading to destination.
We've got to win before the next one.
I got one.
Locking on. Enemies in range.
Disturbance in the fall.
Commander.
Target
Attack
locked.
that target.
Eliminating target.
Reporting in. Attacking target.
Right on top of the Eclipse. That's.
I'm on them.
I'm not sure the exact angle though.
Ready for orders. This nebula will play havoc with our torpedo guidance.
Oh shit.
We are victorious. Retreat aborted.
Both worked. If I hadn't auto-resolved there, or even with the auto-resolve, that was still going to hit if I hadn't blocked it. No, it was hitting the Eclipse. It would have been fine.
Construction complete.
Epic. Alright. Get to Garros.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Helmsman, come about. Tactical
Helmsman, come about.
Full speed.
AT-AT ready.
Tactical battle imminent.
What do you got for me? 5 MC90s, a Nebula, and Endurance.
Enemy forces ahead.
Hmm. Yeah, this feels very new class. Except for the fucking Nebulon bees burning their way through my heart. I didn't cut them early enough. I don't even think it was me that cut them. I made the decision to cut them, which is just as good.
Go ahead, sir.
Executive privilege.
Bombers at the ready.
Transmit orders.
Roger that. Form up.
Why did you cut them? So the Nebulon V2s, with the updated Nebulon B model,
Ready to receive orders.
updating the Nebulon B2 just it wouldn't work as well with modern art. Like the way that it's designed in the initial games where it turned up kind of works because the models are so low poly anyways. But once you try to do the same things with a better Nebulon B model, it takes a lot more work to do it properly. And for a faction that has so many options, to do a ship that is just so redundant
Destroyer reporting in.
and ends up looking really weird just wasn't worth it.
Yes, Commander.
All right, let's try to hit them in the nebula.
Roger that.
Hit them in the
Those
nebula where it
laser
hurts.
banks are the primary
Awaiting
target.
orders. Awaiting your orders.
Because we've got a few new new class ships coming, and then for anything later with like the Vong War and stuff, they have other options as well. Like I don't think I feel like if we just never said anything about it, most people wouldn't have noticed,
Reporting in.
and that's usually a good sign that it's
Form up.
not really doing much.
Target the lasers.
Roger that. The lasers
Engines are
are our target.
malfunctioning. Blasted scum.
Just had to watch an ad. Is this you're doing? Not on Twitch.
Nowhere to go.
YouTube has been really annoying with its auto ad placements recently. A few months ago, I switched over from doing manual placements every video to doing auto placements because they would space it out to like one every 10 minutes, and in places that made a lot of sense. Like it would auto detect kind of like the start of an end of battle and put it in there. And I was like, oh, okay, great, this saves me some time because it's doing a better job than I did when I was placing them. And it all makes sense. It wasn't doing too many, but in the last couple of weeks, it's kind of gone to the point where it's like, I'll do a live stream, and in a 4-hour live stream, there'll be like fucking 20 ads in the first hour and then nothing after that. So like every 3 minutes for the first hour, there's an ad. So I've had to go back through and disable monetization other than like a pre-roll for most of my streams because and for some of them I've been like slowly going back through and placing ads manually,
Awaiting your orders.
which is like no one fucking wants that.
Right away.
That's just how you get more people to do ad block. I feel like for a YouTube video, one every 15, maybe 10 minutes is generally fine with people.
I got him. He's about to be destroyed.
Below that, you stop really making any kind of reasonable amount of money. Because you actually don't make that much money per view. I try to just keep it at a level where I'm able to
Copy. Attacking target.
feel like it was worth the time put into a given video.
Lasers are our target.
I'm hit.
Fire at will.
But especially a channel my size, a lot just comes from the fact that you have a larger catalog of videos, and hopefully
Targeted.
in a day people are going to watch like some older ones as well.
Direct fire with their laser cannons.
Targeting.
Yeah, YouTube Red is a great service. I pay for that, and it
Star Destroyer
makes life so
standing
much better.
by. Star Destroyer reporting in.
And I recommend it to everyone who is able to do it.
Target priority.
And like as a YouTuber, it's also really nice because like
The lasers are our target.
you get a cut of people's subscriptions if they watch you. If they watch a lot of people, you get less. If they watch fewer people, you get more. But
Iron cannon.
Awaiting.
no matter what it is, it's much higher than a view from just ad rev.
Where are the others?
And I also
Your command.
dislike advertising as a thing, so it's even better.
Shake them.
Your command, sir.
Taking
Heading
fire.
out.
I've been hit.
Go ahead.
Maticus is taking some heat.
Reporting in. Our primary
We do still have a Nebula up there, but
fallout.
Priority target
Roger that.
identified.
Transmit orders. Draw their fire.
The ion cannons are our primary
Let's
target.
move out.
Destroyer here. Copy. Let's go. Engaging the enemy.
I got one.
Signal coming.
like I got the premium YouTube stuff for downloading videos on trips. I know there's other sites you can use for it, but that also
Reporting. Star
cuts
destroyer
off any
standing by.
support for the people who actually made the videos, so I try to avoid doing that. I understand, like, for a lot of people it's unavoidable, and if you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Are our target.
But when possible, I like to make sure that my view
Awaiting orders.
kind of counts for the people who are
Tightening up.
making the videos.
Further attack.
Awaiting your command.
So if I went on trips, it's also a lot easier to use, but now it just sounds like I'm advertising YouTube features, so maybe I'll stop.
Your
But
command, sir. Direct fire on the engine.
Cover me now.
Commander.
this is another bug I wish we could fix.
Commencing.
Closing on target.
Yes, sir. Reporting in.
The fact that Maticus survived here is just
Fire.
Engines
Super.
are malfunctioning.
Our target priority
Impressive.
is the laser cannons.
where are you going?
Here.
Targeting their weapon systems.
Copy. Open fire.
Copy.
Let's finish him.
Laser banks
I
are the
copy.
primary
Blasted
target.
scum.
Targeting the enemy
Watch your back.
base.
Nowhere to go.
I'm gonna start thinking of what our victory conditions for this playthrough are gonna be.
Forces. Get taking them out.
Attack that target.
Because we're almost even with the New Republic.
Intercept.
We don't control
Standing by.
the whole galaxy, but a lot of the series I do tend to stop once we hit a certain point rather than going all the way through.
Awaiting orders.
The CIS one, it looks like we're going to be going all the way through, but
Enemy ships.
with this one, we've wiped out a lot of the opposition.
Has been defeated.
Will you add any more heroes from the expanded universe like Jason, Solo, and others? Yep, when we go into the Vong War, that's when people like Solo, or Jason, Jaina, Anakin would show up. Because right now, when the mod ends, they're about 10 years old, which is a bit young to be heroes in the mod. What faction are you playing this? This is the Empire. But this is going to do it for the TR section of the stream. We're going to keep going for those of you on Twitch. We're going to be recording some of the aforementioned CIS playthrough. So yeah, for those on YouTube, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series so far, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.